Ooh, we have color now. I can finally speak. As you can see, cinema has progressed throughout centuries, decades. You know, it started off with mime, and then we came to sound being available on video, and then we came to black and white, and then we finally had color, and now we have HD, and then now we have HDD, and we have like all the amazing 3D animations that we all love. And of course, cinema has progressed so much, but the idea fundamental to a good film is still the narrative. And who better to talk about a narrative than a person who's been making rounds in the Vietnamese film community recently with a very good film that's loved by many people. And you'll get to see who he is right now. You might not have met him yet, but you might have seen his movie. Let's go. Hey, welcome back to the studio. And of course, you know, in this very cinema-esque kind of studio, we have to have a very special person. And he is right here with me. Guess what his name is? Hello, anh. Hi.
Hello, Phoebe.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. So, anh là Phan Xine, you're Phan Xine, right?
Yes, that's my nickname.
That's your nickname. How long have you been using that name?
I think about almost 19 years.
19 years.
Yes.
And probably Phan is your name, and then Xine is cinema. Am I correct?
Yeah. And then also it's kind of like, you know, a wordplay. You know, fan also, you know, in English like fan, you love like someone that loves something, right? So Phan Xine is like a guy who really loves cinema.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So should we call you Phan Xine or Phan Xine?
Can either.
Can be either one.
Yeah, can be either one. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So okay, I'm going to call you Phan Xine then.
Okay. All right.
So you've recently had a very successful project. You know, how did that idea come about for the Em là bạn nội của anh?
That movie is a Korean movie, remake of a Korean movie. And I really love the original one. That's the main reason that, you know, I want to do that movie, because the movie is involved with, you know, youth, family, and motherhood. And I really love my mother and also my grandmother. And I heard so many stories about their lives. And I think this movie is just like perfect for what I call personal movie. You know, even though, you know, it's not an original idea, but it's very close to what I really want to do. Yeah. So I just said, you know, let's do it and make it a Vietnamese story, even though it's like a Korean movie. But I think there's so many things that very close to our culture and society. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people channel, you know, their creativity from their experiences, from their life experiences. You know, how they see a certain scene, like they probably remember something from their past, or you know, how the story may progress. They might remember something from their experience, or how the pain or how the happiness is portrayed. You know, what are some of your stories that really helps to add that, you know, realistic creative dimension to your movies?
I heard so many stories about my grandmothers and then my mother. For example, like my grandmother, she had like 4 children, and my mom is the youngest one. But then my grandfather was killed by the French when he's 36 years old. So it's quite young, and my grandmother is quite young at the time. And she decided not going to marry anyone else. So she can, you know, fully raise her children for her whole life. So that story, you know, I heard so many times. So when I watched like the Miss Granny, the original one, it's like the lead character is exactly like my grandmother, you know. So that's something that's very close to like how I felt about the character. And also, I was born in Phan, but my family moved to Ho Chi Minh City when I was 3 years old. And so Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, is always my, you know, hometown somehow. So there's a lot of things about the culture of and the character of the city that affect how I become. And so that's why I want to make a movie and then use like the city as a character in the movie. You know, if you watch the movie, you can see there's so many little things about the city, and then also about if you see the movie, that the characters speak with different accents, come from different background because our city is the city for people from everywhere, from our country. They go there, they live there, and they become, you know, the citizen of the city.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to bring all those like small elements to put in the movie. You know.
That's great. Over here in TV, we also work with a lot of directors, TV directors.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, they are some of the best leaders that
Yeah.
I've seen. And so do you consider yourself a leader when it comes to the movie pack?
Yes, as a director, you have to be a leader.
Yeah.
You have to make people to follow you, to trust you, and you have to lead so many people to do a project that they don't even know how it's gonna be in the end.
Yeah.
But they have to put like their full, you know, trust into you. So you have to be a leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Because during my high school, my school time, I am always the head of the class.
The head of the class. You're the class chairman, right?
The class chairman, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of have that skill of a leadership, you know. So you have to convince people. Sometimes you have to compromise. That's one thing. The director needs to know, you know, that skill. You know.
All right, so one of our audience requests is to basically see what it really is like during a casting call.
Yes.
And I think, you know, we're going to set up a little bit of a surprise for some of the people
Okay.
that have been following the show.
Yes.
And so we're going to try to give them a casting call. Is that
Yes.
okay with you?
Okay.
Okay, you guys, the moment you all have been waiting for, it is the casting call. Now, of course, a lot of you are wondering what the casting call is like. Well, this is just a demonstration, okay? It's not the full casting call. Full casting call is a lot more complicated, but hopefully this will add a little bit of fun into the Dam Ielts show, and it'll give you a glimpse into what it's like, okay? So, let's start the casting call.
Okay.
Welcome to the casting call on the Dam Ielts stage. And let's have our judge and our director, producer, tell us a little bit about the casting call rules. Take it away.
Okay, so for the casting section, usually you come to the casting and we're gonna give to the attendants the side, you know, like it's some like a piece of script, and you have to learn all the lines. And when you come in, you will look at the camera, you introduce yourself. It's called a slate. You know, you introduce yourself, your name, your age, your height, what have you done before, and yeah, so that's and then, you know, we have the reading partner gonna act with, you know, whoever come to the casting, and then, you know, we gonna give the situation and they act, and then if I like it, and I give another direction to see how they can change the performance at the time. So let's do it.
All right, let's do it. May we welcome the first. Ooh. Welcome. Okay, your camera is that one. That's your camera. And you should speak into the camera and tell us your name, your age, your height, as well as why you're here and what you're casting for.
Okay, my name is Xine. I'm 18 years old. My height is 1.60 meter and I am 50 kilograms. And I'm come here for casting. I'm come here to casting for the girl.
All right, let's do it. So before we start, I give you a little bit of the situation. You are good friends, and she's in the hospital, and so you come and visit her. She just get back from, you know, a terrible accident, and now you come and visit her. Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks
Yeah,
God.
yeah, really. Oh, really?
Okay, cut. Good. All right. Yes. Let's bring the. Thank you for coming for the cast. You know, the casting. if you are good, we're gonna contact you and let you know. So now you can go and please bring the next person.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you
All
for
right,
coming.
thank you.
Thank you for coming. May we have the next person, please? Please come up. Please
Yes,
stand right
hello.
here. Hello.
Let's do it. And so the situation is like you are friends, but actually you guys are compete to each other,
Frenemies.
and you get into the hospital because of her.
So
She make you she's the one to hit you. You know it, even though she pretend that she someone else hit you, but she's the one. She's the one who make you into the hospital, and you just want to show that you are okay to make her angry, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Hey, how are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Oh, I'm good. But really, you're okay?
Really? Really?
Thank God. I'm so happy for you.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cut. Thank you. So if we choose you, we're gonna let you know. And for now, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you. We'll
see
give
you
you a
again.
call if you're cast for the movie.
Bye. Hope to see you again.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Woo! All right, thank you, Phoebe.
Oh,
you
thank
are a
you.
very good reading partner.
So, how is it like looking at those people coming in, and what are some of your comments about their performance?
The first girl have one thing that we said, the one who doesn't listen to their acting partner. So she's remember all her lines, but she didn't listen to what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just waiting for you to say something, then she can say her line. Like sometimes she just jump into, your line even before you say the line. So that's the problem.
And that's a no-no.
That's the
a
no-no. Because acting is an act, So you have to listen to, your acting partner and observe that and react to that. Acting is react, reacting. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's why I think the second girl, she's very good at that, And then also when we give her a new direction, she kind of understand, and she play very different, Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're not done yet. Let's
Oh,
go
yes?
on to the Ielts marathon. That's going to be next.
All right. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah.
Let's see. It's a little bit not acting and not in film, but hopefully it's
Yes.
going to be a bit fun.
Okay.
All right,
cool.
let's go.
All right, let's go.
The Devil's Bay will challenge our guest by being blindfolded, looking for 3 items in those separate boxes. Next, the photo shoot challenge will be even harder when they have to spin at least 1 round on our tricky spinning plate until we got the right position of a perfect photo. And look at this! With the perfect fingerprints, you will see a beautiful picture. And at the monitor, series of skills for the IELTS test will be challenged in a limited of time. Last but not least, in the new version of Sneak of Shame, our guests have to sneak from eyesight of Phoebe, collecting 5 words, then persuade our beautiful host for the last one, then form the word. Is it hard enough? The IELTS marathon will start right now.
Hey, welcome back to the Tam Ielts studio, and this is the Tam Ielts Marathon Challenge. But as you know, with all the marathon challenges, we have a contender, and the contender today is a very, very, very special person. He is the creator of a lot of the movies in the industry right now, Mr. Phan, Xine.
Hello.
Hello. Are you ready for this challenge?
I think so.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
Have you ever been blindfolded and have to do something that's similar to this?
No, this is my first time.
Your first time. All right. So please take it away.
Okay.
We made the blindfold especially special. All right. So
Okay.
ready, get set, go. You have 3 things you need to find. This is
All
your
right.
first box.
Okay, this is
All
my
right.
first part. Okay. And I have to find for key, right?
You have to find the keys. You have to find the passport, and you also have to
Yeah.
find the information letter.
All right. And
nothing in there.
Maybe. Oh, it seems like
Oh, you got it. That's the passport.
it's the passport, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You got
and
it.
I move to the next one.
Move to the next one.
Is it?
This
no.
is your box.
Oh, pillow?
Pillow.
No. Stuffed animal?
Another stuffed animal. Oh,
Here.
oh, what's
I
in
think
there? I
maybe
wonder.
The key.
You
right?
got the keys.
I got the key,
Okay,
yes.
one last item.
Okay. And
One last item. And
here?
Oh, you're too far. There you
Too
go.
far away. Okay. Here's water. You want to drink water?
Thank you. I
Okay.
love water.
Oh, I think I
You
Got it?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
You got all three items.
Okay. Oh, so bright.
You know what? I'm going to be really interested to see your expression when you watch the show because just now
Yes.
the shades in this look really good on you.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Okay, so can you give me all the three items?
This is the passport and
Passport, confirmation letter, and keys.
and
So
all
we're
right.
on to the next challenge, the photo shoot
right.
challenge.
so I have to press it.
Yes, you have to press it. Oh, are we going to get a back shot, I wonder? We got
Is
it.
it?
Okay, let's
Okay.
see if we have it. You can take a look at your photo.
Oh,
We have it.
we have it,
Perfect.
right?
It's very cute.
Okay.
All right, so you're off to the
And-
next challenge. You're off to the next challenge. It is a series of IELTS-worthy questions.
That will be very difficult.
And I know this is your first IELTS experience, so
Yes.
we'll see how that goes, okay?
Okay, let's go.
All right, first off, headphone.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this short talk on the subject of fireworks. A modern aerial firework, the kind used nowadays in big public displays, not the small rocket type that you might remember from your childhood, is normally made in the form of a shell. A shell of this kind is launched from a 75mm diameter mortar.
C to 3.
Is C to 3 correct? Let's try that one more time.
Okay.
The mortar is a steel, or increasingly for safety reasons, shatterproof plastic pipe. This is likely to be 500mm long and sealed at one end.
Wait, so the length of this one is 500mm, right?
So,
E.
so you mean E to 3,
Three,
right?
yes.
You're absolutely correct. Now you just need to find one mistake.
8.
8.
Choreography.
Choreography. Why is this incorrect?
It should be Y in the end, right?
Should be Y in the end. Is this correct? Absolutely. You're on to the pronunciation challenge, and our robot will recognize your voice. You need to read the whole paragraph, but you just need to get one sentence correct, fully.
Okay. The 13th episode creation is directed with music composed by fans and choreographed by a famous singer. The Kitchen musical was first launched in Singapore in 2011. It is now broadcasted in 12 countries, bringing something new to the TV market. Producers aim to make it a highly polished musical TV series in Vietnam.
All right, you're off to the next challenge. Come on over here.
All right, so
You
put
can
it
take
down.
off your headphones. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Come on over here. So we're off to the next challenge, and it is the sneak of shame. I'm going to stand at one end, and you're going to stand at the other end.
Okay.
And we're going to have letters spread out all over the floor, and your cue is to basically pick up all those letters and
Yes.
come to me and form a word with those letters. I'm going to have the last letter, and
Okay.
you have to convince me to give you the last letter. So
Okay.
are we ready for the game?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Hey, this is the sneak of shame, and as always, we're gonna have quite a battle of the wits and the battle of the statures between me and our contestant. So let's get the game started, shall we?
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, I really love your smile because every time you pause, you just smile.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will smile.
3.
Oh wait, with 3? Is it 3?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, you can do that?
I can do that.
Okay.
Okay, you got 2. 2 out of 5. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, you're getting closer. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, I'm being very lenient here because you're still moving.
Yeah.
3.
So, oh, you can see my shadow, right? Can you see my shadow?
Yeah, but I won't look at it. Wait, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is really good. So
Yes.
you got the 5 letters. I have the last letter.
Okay.
I think you need to convince me to give
Do you
the
want to
5
be in a
letters.
movie?
I'm already on the Ielts show.
Yeah, it's just
I
a
wanna be on
TV
the
show.
Phan
Movie is
show.
different. Or do you want to see my actor Phan? He's very handsome. All the girls love him.
You know, male beauty is great, and it's really a great pull. I love eye candies, but you know, I think let's try one more time.
You can come and visit my film set, you know, and that's a very amazing experience, I think.
Oh wow, okay. You know,
Yeah.
what I really appreciate is like you give me so much of the inventory that you have. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think it deserves to be
Okay.
to have this letter.
Thank you.
Does that make your life easier now?
Interesting. With S, go with C. No, we cannot have C because same. No, we don't have N. Yes, we have N. But we have nothing to.
Yes, we have this.
Yeah.
We have one of this is the smallest unit of a movie,
Yep.
I think. Right?
Yep.
Yes.
Frames.
Frame. And it's a series of frames.
Yeah. And what does it really mean in movie and cinematography? What does frames mean?
Frame?
Yeah.
Frame is the one picture that you see at one moment. And usually, for movies, we have 24 frames per second. And when the frame is moving, we put like one by one.
Yeah.
It creates the motion.
Right.
Yes.
So a frame is kind of like,
The smallest
smallest division.
division, unit,
motion.
of the, yes.
So now if you have to say something to the aspiring cinematographers or aspiring filmmakers or aspiring actors and actresses, what will it be? Maybe give 3 words in English.
Passion,
Passion,
emotion,
emotion.
and hardworking.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much for all of that great talk.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Phoebe.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All
And,
right.
I'm sure our audience had a blast today with everything that's happened
Okay.
in the show. All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, so guys, next up is the idioms of the week section, and don't go away.
Idiom of this week. To be the class clown, a student in class or in a group who frequently make jokes or pokes fun. Next on Ielts, responding to the request of Phương fan, we brought her back to the challenge of stars to Ielts with the real-time speaking test. I bet she could do great this time also. Just wait and see. And here come Dan Ruel, IELTS expert from British Council, together with vocabulary, tips, advice needed for your IELTS test. Stay tuned.
A lot of things to cover today, but interesting. What's that noise? The air conditioning is really loud today. Oh, I see a lot of stuff, okay. Voice of the week section, interesting. Oh, movies, interesting. But I wonder where all our guests are right now.
Phoebe, Phoebe, the show's starting.
Oh, where am I?
We're in the studio. We're filming Damn Ielts.
Right, and I was looking through, our scripts, and then there was this black shadow that sounded like you.
Me?
Yeah, I thought you were the Dementor.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
I know, now you sound normal, but yeah.
Did you have a scary, did you have a nightmare?
Oh, it might be a nightmare, yeah, it might have been a nightmare. I stayed up late last night to prepare for the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, I swear I'm just a normal person. I'm not a ghost or anything like that.
Okay, that's good. You'll be too cute to be a ghost. That's what people say, right? Okay, guys, we are back to the studio. And of course, we have our expert every week. And this week we have Dan, who's in the studio before me this time. And we're going to talk to him about all the tips that you need to know to prepare for that IELTS exam. So Dan, today's topic is on movies.
Yes.
So let's take a look at the Stars Do IELTS this week. She is an actress, quite famous one, and I think she is very, very elegant in her delivery, and I think she's going to do a good job. So let's have a look. Her name is Lan Phương.
Lan Phương, sure.
All right.
I've just checked in, and now I will go upstairs to do my IELTS speaking test. Wish me luck, I'm very nervous.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is the speaking test for the International English Language Testing System. My name's Julian Burnley. Can you tell me your full name, please?
I'm Nguyễn Lan Phương.
Thank you. Can I see your identification, please?
Yeah, sure. Here it is.
Thank you. Thank you, that's fine. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about reading. Do you like reading?
I love reading.
Why?
Because I consider a book is like the whole different world. Many years ago, I loved reading novels. I love to read about different stories, different characters, and how they, especially when the characters from other countries, so I can learn a lot from the culture and everything.
How often do you read?
I try to read every day, but now I'm so busy with my work, so I try to bring a book with me so I can read anytime I'm free.
Do you ever read newspapers or magazines?
Yes, I read, but now actually I read mostly online. It's easier and faster for me with the phone.
Now I'm going to give you a topic.
Okay.
And I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say.
Okay.
You can make some notes if you wish.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Here's some paper and a pencil.
Thank you.
Taking notes. And here's your topic.
Okay. So I read it out.
I'd like you to tell me about a movie you watched, either at home or in a cinema.
Okay. So I have 1 minute, right?
Yes. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure? All right. Remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this.
Okay.
So don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up.
Okay.
Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. One of my favorite movies that I watched at home called Dancer in the Dark. It's an amazing movie. It's a tragedy. It tells about a girl. She's an immigrant from other country, and she moved to the U.S. with her son, trying to find a chance to do operation for her son, because her son will have the same problem like her, like they are going to be blind. So she worked like day and night all the time and tried to save some money for the surgery for the son. And she made friends with the police and his wife, and the police had some problem also. But one time, the police tried to steal all her money, all her savings for his own things. So she tried to come and get the money back, and then the police didn't want to, and then in the end, she killed the police by accident. But when she got caught and put into the prison, and she didn't want to use that saving to hire a lawyer to get her out of the prison. She just wanted the money for the son. So in the end, she got hanged and she got sentenced to death. It's a tragedy, and it made me cry like crazy. And the next day, I had to wear sunglasses to cover my swallow eyes when I go to school. And the thing I love of the movie is the director tried to balance the musical, even though it's a tragedy, but he put a lot of songs, and whenever the songs come up, it becomes like a different word. It's beautiful and pinky, and she thinks nothing can ever happen in that word. But then when that word ends and it goes back to her reality, it's really dark, really sad, and it haunted me until now.
Thank you. Got the paper, the booklet, and the pencil back, please.
Okay, sure.
So we've been talking about a movie that you like, and I'd now like to discuss a few more general questions with you.
Okay.
So let's continue to talk about movies. Are movies an important part of your life?
Yes, very important. First, I'm an actress, so I love to watch movies to know about many kind of characters, so I can learn from those characters if I have a similar character in my career. And it's a very good entertainment. When I feel sad, when I feel bored, when I feel lonely, I can just watch a good movie.
What do you think makes a good movie?
A good movie, first, it has a very good story. And that story can give me inspiration. I can find some good lesson from it, or I can feel that I love my life more. I can see so many positive signs in life.
Thank you very much, Lan Phương. That is the end of the speaking test.
Thank you very much.
All right, Dan, what do you think of Lan Phung's performance?
Very impressive. I was very impressed with her fluency. I mean, she's able to speak very quickly. She doesn't stop and hesitate very often to think of her language. All of her ideas are very well explained, lots of detail, and particularly her pronunciation. I was really impressed with one feature of it, which is her word stress. I'm not sure if you noticed, but she's really good at stressing those key words in the sentence.
And this is the second time that she is on the show with us, and I think the first time she did very well as well.
Yeah.
And I think the second time also even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great stuff. So of course, Lan Phung, what do you think about your performance?
I think my talking was okay. Some words are wrong, and sometimes I made a mistake in grammars.
So now that you've done the Ielts for the second time, what do you think your score will be this time?
I try to look in the teacher's eyes to see what score he can give me, but if he shows nothing, he's a really professional teacher in this kind of examination. So I think I should be humble about myself, so I give myself 7. It's gonna be better next time. 7.
What a great personality. I love her. She was looking through the examiner's eyes to see how many points she
So he had his poker face and she couldn't guess the score.
Yeah, so he was very professional. Yeah. Are examiners, expected to have a poker face during the test?
Not expected to. It really depends on the examiner. I mean, some take their job very seriously. Others, enjoy having conversations. But every examiner marks using the same criteria. Every examiner goes through the same training and testing. So although they might seem strict or they might seem nice, all of the examiners go through the same process. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to their facial expressions. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you your score or anything like that.
Absolutely. So if she had to improve, what are some of the points that she can improve on?
I think she actually picked up. She said that she felt she made a few grammar mistakes, and I did notice some. Like there were a few mistakes with past tenses, a few collocation mistakes where not the right verb to match the noun. But to be honest, those were fairly minor, and I could still understand what she was trying to say. So they didn't affect her ideas too much, but I did notice probably her weakest area would be the grammar accuracy.
So I think to help students with accuracy in their writing, not necessarily in their speaking, I think we're going to go on to the next section, which is the writing tips. And you're going to get to see what the tips are this week. So take a look. Okay, so Dan, when it comes to the writing task, how are the argumentative essays different from the discussion essays?
It's kind of a different structure of your essays. So for an argumentative, normally, not always, but normally you'd choose maybe one side and you'd argue your side. So for example, if the question is, do you agree or disagree? You might say, I agree for two reasons. The first reason is, the second reason is. Whereas a discursive or discussion essay, it's much more balanced. So in Ielts, usually it would be discuss both views and give your opinion, where you look at the first one, analyze it, then you look at the second one and analyze, and then give your opinion at the end. So it's kind of two different structures of the essay.
So what are some of the pitfalls or some of the mistakes that people make relating to these two types of essays?
I think the most common one for argumentative is trying to cover both sides. Because in Ielts, there's a lot of emphasis on writing clearly. Do you have a clear overall point? And sometimes if people try to say, on the one hand, I agree, but on the other hand, I disagree, it can be a bit unclear overall what's your point. And if that happens, you'll get quite a low score in the first category. So although you don't have to, my advice is choose one side. Choose agree or choose disagree and stick to one side. It's much easier that way.
Some great tips there. All right, so we go on to our favorites, both of our favorite section. It is the Voice of the Week section. And this week we have this girl called Tạ Bích Loan. And Tạ Bích Loan is a very special name because it's also the name of a famous TV personality.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, and also one of the very big players in the media scene right here in Vietnam.
Okay.
So let's see what this junior Tạ Bích Loan has to say
Okay, let's see
about
if
movies.
she builds up to the reputation.
All right, let's take a look.
I am very excited to proudly introduce to you the movie that I have always considered the greatest masterpiece of cinematography, which is Atonement. Atonement was released in 2007, which is a pretty long time ago, and I have watched this twice, both at home. This is mainly because I really felt the necessity to stop a good movie once in a while and take my time putting myself in the character's shoes in order to feel their pains. Critics sang praise to the actress Keira Knightley, but to me, the star of the show was the one and only James McAvoy, who had also nailed his performance as Professor Charles Xavier in the X-Men saga. Atonement took place in the 20th century, and Robbie, played by James, was a victim of wartime and of a false accusations fabricated by a 13-year-old girl. As the film played on, each scene was like a stepping stone to the very next one and make the movie better and better. Atonement was so brilliantly directed and acted that it grabbed me from the very first minutes. It conveyed a beautiful message of appreciation of life and of seizing every opportunity to express your affections towards your loved ones. Atonement had left me completely speechless and blown away for an hour after I seen it, so definitely go and check it out. Thank you for your listening.
A lot of emotion, a lot of emphasis and stress.
She's a big fan of Atonement, you can tell.
Yes, but before we talk about her performance, what does atonement mean?
Atonement is kind of when you try and ask for forgiveness for something you've done wrong. So for example, if you, let's say if you cheat on your wife and then you try and ask for forgiveness afterwards, that would be atonement.
Atonement for your sins.
For your sins, yeah.
Right. So I really love that performance, that Bích Loan's performance. I think it's she's very animated, just like, you know, the senior Tạ Bích Loan. So what do you think of her performance?
Well, the thing that really struck me is her vocabulary range. I mean, there's so many. I almost ran out of paper because I was writing so many of them down, but so many good idiomatic language, like a masterpiece of cinematography, put myself in her shoes. The second thing that struck me was her grammatical range. She's using a wide range of different structures, lots of complex structures, and yeah, I think her language is really, really impressive.
If there's something for her to improve on, what will it be?
I'd say probably pronunciation. There's one specific part which I noticed is the final sounds at the end of the word. So for example, played, didn't quite hear the d, or false, hearing the s at the end. It's not too serious for Luan, but it's one thing I noticed.
But you know, Luan, I think with a little bit of practice, I think you can basically just nail that speaking test. So yeah, just a little bit of practice will do. So what are some of the vocabulary that people can take away when they think about movie?
I guess there's one that I mean, to be honest, I think Luan used a lot of really good ones, so I might actually steal some of hers, if that's all right. So masterpiece, she said it's a masterpiece of cinematography. And masterpiece is a really good word. Don't confuse with master chef, but masterpiece is when you describe like a really classic movie. So a movie that people will remember for years and years after is a masterpiece, To put yourself in the director's chair, that's another one. It means to kind of to take charge of a project, to be the leader of a project. You could put yourself in the director's chair.
That's a nice one. That's a really nice one. All right, guys, so remember, masterpiece. If you haven't created your masterpiece, or if you haven't become the masterpiece that you want to be, then, you know, work on it. And of course, if IELTS is what it is needed to take you there, then focus on the IELTS. And there's another one, to put yourself in the director's chair, to indicate, you know, for you to take leadership or to take charge. So thank you so much, Dan.
Thanks, Phoebe. Yeah, always a pleasure.
All right, guys, remember, we are an interactive show. As always, for every week, you know, we always remind you to take a video. We always remind you to use social media, use YouTube, use Facebook, to send us your videos so that you can be featured on the Voice of the Week section. So for next week, we hope to go through all of your videos and feature you again. But wait a minute, why am I wearing this? I wonder. It's so strange. I'm supposed to be I was in the dream wearing this, but now I'm wearing this. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Hey, this episode, it was on movies and cinema. And, you know, movies, it's not just about the limelight, as you already have heard from our director. It's just the final lap towards the run, towards that finish line for the movie. And movie producing and, you know, there's a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of hard work, a lot of inspiration, a lot of creativity, and of course, a lot of emotions. And, you know, if you're passionate about film, if you love movies, then, you know, try to approach some directors or try to approach, you know, movie schools to learn more about acting and to learn more about directing as well as producing. And maybe one day we get to see one amazing movie that comes out from all of you guys. And for now, if you're not doing anything yet, make sure to send us your Voice of the Week, because that's the baby step towards making that perfect movie or perfect video. Until next time, I'll see you again. Ciao, ciao, ciao. And you know what? Basically in movie and also in TV, we have this term that whenever it's said, everybody's really happy and everybody will jump for joy. And that term is, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, guys.